A twangy dangy thangy. What's happening, people? What's up? We're back with another week of the weekly dose. Here we are. Look at us. Show of life, doing it right, proper, kicking it off at the top of the hour, at the 9 p.m. hour. Ayo, ayo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out it to everybody. Shout out to all my people in Ohio and everybody in Io. What's up? Here we are, just pushing forward, moving along, doing the show, booking gigs, streaming things, getting the news, putting it together. I just have to say, the reason we were so good this week and so on the money, so on time, live at 9, live at 8:59 this week. I think that's a record. Taper, is that a record?
It was just the graphic.
It was just the graphic. So you want to see a day when I'm on camera at 8:59?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna work towards that, guys. That's what we really want to show each week is just progress. You know, we're not trying to impress you or undress you. We just want to show you the progress of the show. We want you to be a part of the show, and I have to say the contributions have been huge. The production levels have been going up. The writers, I'd just like to thank the writers. There's a lot of people that just, want to hang back, remain anonymous. They don't want to be really putting their full self out there, just out in front of the camera, like who. So I just want to thank everybody that's been helping out, contributing on every level, each and individual level. I feel like a lucky little devil, to be quite honest with you guys. And, here we are. Why here? Why now? That's what I ask. We're approaching holidays, holiday times, good times with friends, and we're looking in the rear view mirror, the busted off side view mirror. That's a Taper story. I'm going to have him on for the busted side view mirror story, but here we are. We're looking at the side view mirror, looking back at Sandy and the devastation that was caused by that and how the music community is reacting to that. It's an interesting mental twisty puzzle adventure that we're on. But here we are. We find ourselves in the show of life. The show is moving forward. Like I said, so much participation. And I just want to give thanks to everybody that's helped out, everybody that's watched a dose or two, or maybe even overdosed. It's okay. You could admit. And if you've overdosed on the dose, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, Taper and I were talking before we went live, and we were talking about maybe releasing a DVD package for the holidays. I don't know. Maybe that will be your one chance to overdose on the show of life. That's right. Anyway, we got a couple gigs coming up and a couple projects that we're putting together. Everyone's excited for the New Year's run, and I just want to give a shout out to International Orange. You saw them at the top. I mean, you heard their music at the top of the show. That's what we're able to open with. Taper's a real fiend about copyright material. So that's why the past however many it's like, hey guys. And I don't know any show that does that. I really don't know any show that doesn't open with music. If you know of one, please. You can email me at jason.wigman@gmail.com if you want. But I would like to know that. But so anyway, International Orange, we got access. They said we could use the song, use their tunes on our show, fill it out a little bit. And it's a good time because we're going to be streaming an International Orange gig. Now, if you don't know International Orange, you'll know the drummer, Todd Eisler, was rolling with Mike Gordon, part of the Mike Gordon band. So that's the tie-in. The collaboration continues, Where are we off to next? We're on this trail of music that started so long ago when some crazy people got on a bus, or even before then. I don't know. It's when someone picked up a jar of mayonnaise and started wrapping away on the sides and the lid. Maybe that's when it started. But and all in all, we're really excited. Here we are, another week. definitely a shout out to International Orange. In the coming weeks, we're going to be streaming their gig. I don't have an exact confirmation. There's just been these channels opened up because we're putting ourselves out there and saying, hey, bands, come on. We want it to be you. We want to be playing your music, participate in the show. Even if it's just reviewing your music or streaming your shows or interviews, all those things really is what we want to do. We want to get music that people haven't heard or something out, something new, something happening. Get it out to the people, kids. And that's the lot knowledge, right? All right, so that's the deal. Tonight we're going to be going into some detail. We're entering into the Phil zone a little bit because Phil that's just played a bunch of shows in our area, 10 shows starting in New Jersey and ending at Portchester, like recently reopened Capitol Theater up there. So we got that in the show. A little Dead Zone action, which we haven't had that much of. And as always, we're continuing our adventures with Fish along Summer Tour 2012. Keeping it real. It's taken us a minute. We're going venue by venue. Tonight we're in Cincinnati, Ohio, where famously the Silky Baby introduction, for you that don't know, wonderful talent, wonderful on-screen talent on the show. Silky Baby emerged, debut in Ohio, in Cincinnati, Ohio, at Riverbend Music Center. And I pulled from the archives, archival footage, phone footage. So, this is not Taper. Taper wasn't there. We're not pushing 1080p, okay? But what we do have is the memories and the little tidbits of Silky, and a lot of it didn't come through. A lot of audio, a lot of issues, sync, delays, audio, analog to digital slave, your ones and zeros. You know what I'm saying? So those were a little bit of an issue, but sorry, inside joke. Shout out to director, producer, Noel Wilderman. Okay. So kids, here we are. We're going to be hitting up Cincy, and there's a bunch of music news. Again, I want to thank the writers, because you'll see this is a pretty dialed in show. It's pretty punchy. It's got its ups and downs. And then as we round out, once I give you guys a Silky footage, that'll be great. But we're gonna really round out the night with a special guest panel. First time ever. You gotta understand, each time that we do the show, we're trying to do it better. And God bless you, Taper. Each time I kind of up the ante and throw in this other wrench into the puzzle. And this week I said, oh, by the way, he was already had all the clips loaded, the assets, the memes, everything was loaded. Now he's mixing live. He's mixing audio. He's not even doing the video. Usually we're on auto levels on the audio mix. Tonight he's mixing live in studio because for the Cincinnati show review, I pulled some strings and got a team of kids that I know that were there, that we shared some amazing shows together, some SOP family, some other kids around the way, all that touched my heart in Cincy. So we're going to have a full-on, bringing it home, down-home style, get down, what's your deal, what do you remember, what are your highlights, what did you feel, and get excited about it. There's at least 9 people that I reached out to. We'll see who's going to jump on with us on the call, but audio mixer. Taper had to pull out this large, thing's large. How much does that weigh? That's like 2 feet by 2.5 feet by 2 feet.
10 pounds.
10 pounds. It looks heavier than it is, Taper. That's a 50-pound bag that boy carries there.
In there.
Right, the switcher, which we're going to have. We're shooting for Holiday Run. We got advertising packages coming out. So I know Ant Farms is a little nervous because he's been getting all the airtime. Just for the kids, vendors out there, anyone that's want to push us some product on lot, the virtual lot. We're going to be offering some New Year's packages, and we got some interesting shows planned for you. We have we have the what is this? It's not the Newlywed Game, but what is it? It's like a dating show. It's like the dating game. We have a dating show we're going to be doing. We have and then we have disco party on the 30th, so that's going to be ridiculous. Spinning on the ones and twos, we have Top Hat and Zero spinning disco. They really know, they're really deep into it, so that's why it's disco theme. Get out your disco pants, your disco balls, and get ready. And look out for us. We got a couple little things we're going to be doing before the New Year's run, some live music, some on the live streaming side of things. More of the music brought to you by Show of L. And tweet at us, Show of L, hashtag Show of L. We're at The Show of Life on Twitter. At Show of Life. Twitter. Show of Life. The Show of Life. It's all the same to me. Right on. Hashtag Show of L, though. And always, feel free to call in. I wish I had what I want really is a little camera switcher that has a camera pointing back, because just as in the lot, the show is as much there as it is at home. It's the same here for me as I watch Tabor crawl on hands and knees, and I watch Zion doing his thing, scratching his chin over here. There's a whole show going on. I'm easily distractible. I want to be able to switch. To see, I wonder. I'm asking myself, what's Tabor doing? He's in like a tackle box. Come on up here, buddy. Let's get comfortable. Let's keep it raw. Okay? Okay. Let's keep it raw. Tabor's crawling around back there, digging in a tackle box, like adapters. There's literally wires. He's hanging out. Monkey man. Look at him go. Did you know you're a yogi, Tabor? Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. So it's going to be great. Audio mixer. What? I'm going to be wearing headphones for the call for our and this is something we hope to continue with these show reviews, but not only just Fish. I reiterate. I mean, sure, we're obsessed, but come on. There's more music out there. Let's go find it. So we'll be taking these calls, headphones, multiple people. We didn't even test it, so it's going to be exciting. 2012, I'm telling you, streaming my shoes off in 2013, ladies and gentlemen. So let's dip into some music news. I just want to review some things. Show you where your head's at, and where our heads are at. And also, I wanted to just illustrate how much people are just from the music community are chipping in. But this just in, breaking news. Literally, breaking news. Wait, I'm getting it. You guys don't have an earpiece. Okay, whoa. They just sold out of the last box of Twinkies in Monroe, New York, which is really close to where we are. Wow, okay. Yeah, we're screwed. I don't know if you guys know this, and if you're finding out for the first time, that it's Hostess. They're out of business. They're calling it quits. All of the faves that have taken up the room on the stock store shelves, Shelly. Don't say that 5 times fast. All those Hostess products, they will be gone. No more. We've been hearing tales of Twinkies on eBay for hundreds of dollars. It's a travesty, really. I need my Hostess cupcakes and my Twinkies and all the wonderful, delicious treats like Devil Dogs. But let's just take a moment of silence and remember all the wonderful flavors, the palate, all palatry hues. Keeping it real. Twinkies, you know, as American as cassette tapes, right? That's right. So we're moving in. Big outreach from the music community. Really does me proud. Does me right. In the wake of Hurricane Sandy, we're talking Twisted Metal. We're talking ravaged. Literally, the county I grew up in was one of the most major hit of the Sandy storm in New Jersey. Shit got sandy. Talk about sand in the underpants. Talk about sand in the bathing suit. Sand in your shoe. These people will be picking sand for a long time to come. Mom's house, we're talking 5 feet high of water off of however many feet to begin with. We're talking 10 feet. 10 feet deep. I didn't even go to school that day. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. But we got shows just happening all over. DJ Logic last night. There's this electronica jam going down actually tonight. Dave Matthews has he's changing his show to feature Sandy themes. No, just kidding. But he's changing into a tribute show. Benefit for victims of the Hurricane Sandy. Superstorm Sandy, they're calling it. Which I think is kind of funny. Then we got the big show, the collab. You know we love our collabs here at Show of L. So we got the collab, big collab. Where to begin? MSG, triple 12s. We're talking 12, 12, 12. Tabor 12, 12, 12. December 12, 2012. MSG, Billy Joel, Paul McCartney, The Who, Bruce Springsteen, Roger Waters. Who else is playing? 12, 12, 12. Tabor's got the graphic. He's on it. We're talking major production lines, people. So MSG, I didn't even get pricing on these tickets, but again, reaching out, going deep, love it. Obviously, Billy Joel up in there, Brute the Boss coming in. And shout out to the boss. Shout out to streamers and dreamers. Shout out to Jolly J. He brought us the boss in 09. Kept it real. Shout out to Fish bringing us Kenny Rogers in fucking 2012. Summer towards 2012. Gotta love it. Where have we come? How far have we come? Hey, did you hear that? I saw someone tweet about this Tabor. They actually were able to teleport scientists. I don't think there's a key for that one, but no, I just thought of this off the cuff. No, this is interesting. I almost included it in the show, but it was totally not music culture related, but it was related to our show because of the flux. Teleportation. They were able to affect photons from very far away. Long ass, like switcher. They were talking about basically a digital internet of electrons, electron routers.
So, we could go wireless with the cameras.
Wireless, yes, exactly. Super wireless.
Teleporting information, that's basically what we do.
Right. So, I just wanted to give a nod to teleportation. So, what are we talking about? We're talking about music news. Tabor, I have him juggling multiple tasks up there. And also, actually, you know what I wanted to actually talk about too? Always again, I think Mimi Fishman is really a saint because she, obviously the Mimi Fishman Foundation exists and all the good things they've done. So they're helping out with Sandy. They're getting Sandy teaming up with Water Wheel on this one. And the whole gig is, yo kids, you need tickets. It's one of these charitable drives to get people to donate, but the prizes are pretty heady. And we're talking New Year's run tickets, we're talking CDs. These sets of tickets include the CDs for the shows. That's a package deal. The memories come home with you once again. And you get 2 tickets each night. What up? Or you could get 1 set for all 4. It's a pretty good deal, if you ask me. So get in on that. Go to mimifishman.org, where that's all going down. The auction's being held there. It ends on December 3rd, so get in now before you fat cats get all Thanksgiving dinner lazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I like? In the family, those uncles, those good old uncles you could go out back with in the night, look at the stars. Shout out to all the uncles out there. Thanksgiving uncles. Giving thanks. Keeping it real all these years. I just thought it was cool to see so many different people reaching out. And head count, listen to what they did. $12,000, $12K. Now, I wish that I could raise $12,000 in 4 shows. We're working on it, but I guess when it's for a good cause like this, Caper, it's like the money comes out. But they put on 4 shows, a little run of 4 shows featuring Dumpster Funk, Keller Williams, which I know one of our members of our staff's big Keller Williams fan. Anders Osborne was part of it. 4 show run, 12,000 raised for Sandy relief, but they specifically gave it to this place, City Harvest. Have you heard of this, Taper? They've been around a long time. I did my research. City Harvest, 30 years deep, New York City, and they tout themselves as a food rescue organization, which I thought was a really interesting way to get my attention. Say, wait a minute, what's going on here? But they pull 42 million pounds of excess food from all segments of the food line. All segments. All down the number line from the whole food industry. We're talking restaurants, grocers, cafeterias, schools, corporate cafeterias, all that stuff. Manufacturers, straight down, to the level of the farms. Where's the waste? None. Let's do this. 42 million pounds. Taper. Now that's a lot of pounds. No, son. Right? And they distribute it all over NYC, so I'd like to give a nod to them and to Headcount and the bands involved in the participation tour. Shout out to City Harvest. Good things happening. Just want to highlight that. It's not all about, backlot reporting. And that's never really been a part of our program message, but that's been a misinterpretation of the show of L. I don't know what it was. It might have been the shades. Do shades indicate an air of shadiness, Taper? I do not know. But when we dig into the histories of time, and the annals of time, they always say the story will be told at the end of time. And that's how I feel about the show as we pull clips, just like I did from this Ohio jaunt this summer in Cincy, which we're quite proud of this little package this time around, showing what you could do with content and not so much equipment, and really a nod in the direction of what you can do, when you're put in a pinch. But when you travel in time and you drift in time and find like little nuggets, cool things happen. And we want to go back to to December 92, baby, to December 2nd, 92. And I'm talking about Lost and Found. I'm talking about Lost in Space. I'm talking about Land of the Lost. I'm talking What Up 92, Land of the Lost cassette. Someone found this little tidbit, and I just wanted to let everyone know there was a Lost Fish show found. So, however many fish shows that you thought existed, well, you could add one more to your roster. If you were at Stevens Dining Hall at Linden State College in December of 92, please get at us and let us know. We'd like to get your story. We'd like to bring it to the show, an exclusive interview, and directly from the band, straight from Fish. They put it out there. They said there are no tapes There is no place like home. Stealing time from the faulty plan. Stealing time from the faulty plan. No, according to Fish. Oh, I'm sorry. There are no tapes of this performance in archives, and it may have gone unrecorded. The set list is unknown, and any additional information about this event is appreciated. So we had that direct there from Fish, direct from the interns that helped me collate this information for you kids at home. We're trying to keep it real. Right. And so, speaking of drifting in time and going back in time, this other cool, another tidbit. Hello. Now, if you want to rewind the tape a little bit more, can we scrub through the tape of life? Can we scrub through the show of life a little bit more, Taper, and head back, about like a little over a week after this Found show, and talk about a show at St. Michael's College, the Raw Sports Arena. Now we're talking 20 years later. 20 years later, literally, of today, the date, 11/19/92. Some kids were hanging out, St. Mike's. Maybe they were freshmen at UVM, maybe freshmen at St. Mike's, maybe seniors. Maybe just some kids from around the way, from Winooski. I don't know. They were drifting in time as well, but We're talking, let's go back there. What goes down in those instances? We don't know. We want to drift back in time. There's one to head back to tonight. We should do that on the show. Well, we'll save that for another time, right, Taper? Oh, the chatter. We love the music news. You know, these little tidbits, whether it's then or now or even the future. I mean, for crying out loud, I heard. Now, I mean, this isn't from a confirmed source, but we prefer to break news than... Look, if we have to break legs to break news, that's just what we'll have to do. Sometimes you gotta tussle for the hustle, right? But in the future, we heard a little chatter. Got my ear to the track for the kids on the Tab tour. Anyone interested in Tab news? We're hearing chatter, East Coast, West Coast, which would ring a bell, and also the foreshadowing of MSG in the East versus West rounds. On the floor down there, the dance competition, East versus West, MSG floor. But for Tab lovers, the foreshadowing is there's East Coast shows coming up in January. Maybe they obviously have to reschedule this Capitol Theater Portchester show. Gotta reschedule it. We're talking Tab dates in January, unconfirmed, and also West Coast in April, unconfirmed. But just get your pencils out for the calendars, or in mental notes, okay? And speaking of the Traveler album, someone tipped me off to this. Someone did a video, this Valentine video. I didn't get a chance to play it for Taper. I did the research on it. I watched it. Okay, and did you get that asset of the Trey and Plaid? I put it in the box this week. I tell you true, it's in the Dropbox. All right, Taper. I will give him. He gets A+ credit ratings this week. Really. And for anything that's not on the ball, he's definitely made up for an extra bonus credit. So Trey, someone put this video together, and I learned a little bit more about this Traveler album, which, you know, it's been interesting. Listen to it, I like it. You know, a lot of times not my thing. I'm just saying. And this Valentine video is interesting to watch. The thing that struck me most was the plaid. Trey's in plaid, which I commend. I really do. He's wearing plaid, but it's weird because the plaid moves. It's almost as if it's projected onto him like a screen. Because as he moves, plaid... I don't know. You got to see it. So check it out. Search for the video. It's an animated cartoon. I thought it was really interesting. Seeing Trey get sucked up by this giant squid and digested and spit out as like dismembered body parts, and then he shoots out into space as these dismembered body parts, and then he lands to reform as his members come back together, and it was really interesting. I really enjoyed it. It was cool to see. I wish we could show it on the show. Now, we get a lot of complaints. A lot of letters come in and say, when I say that I wish we could have or we should have. There's a lot of problem with that, but just want to let you guys know, we are constrained by copyright. It really holds back. Me, personally, the creativity. I have to go to Tabor and beg for things. Beg! He grilled me over this International Orange intro music. He said, is this cleared? And is it going to come up? Are we going to get flagged on YouTube? I won't even get started on Mr. Clifton. I mean, he listens to a lot what Taper says, and really holds me back. So, copyright. Copyright my ass. Right? Right. So that's it, man. That's the music news that I know of, that I think of. Any clues that I could get for you, I try to bring it. And again, kudos to our writers, our writing team, our researchers, people out there keeping it real, getting it done, and to Taper most of all for him crawling around with these colored wires everywhere. This is a whole new setup this week, guys. Shout out to the audio mixer. I've been begging for this for a while. And soon we'll have sound effects. But I'm not supposed to talk about that until they come around. Don't come around here no more. I was on a search this morning for Shaggy Dog videos. I wanted to check those out. Obviously, there's some from Riverbend, because that was the big bust out of the night. And I saw an interesting one or recording. I don't know. You guys should search for it. Just do a little Google search. Check it out. It's from the recording's from '87. I don't remember the exact date. And interesting. I don't know if it was part of the show, but they have dogs barking over the Shaggy dog. I don't know if someone was mixing it that way in post. I don't know. I'll have to get Tabor on the case to find out. And tonight, guys, I want to tell you something. Right about now about what's going down. We're going to enter into the dead zone. Now, we're not talking cellular service, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. We're not doing that. Tabor, what do you do on the fly when something like that happens? Should I rewind or plod forward?
I wonder.
I
flux capacitor.
I just want to keep it real. I want to tell the people at home. I pulled the wrong card a second ago, and I want to skip back because I almost forgot. One of the highlights.
Just use the flux capacitor.
All right,
go back in time.
Fine. I hope you have something keyed up for that, dude. The flash and stash session, huh?
You ready?
Okay, here we go. Back in time. Back to the meme segment. Go! All right, back in time. When Paige gets up, I get down. That's you?
Let me read the meme.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do it. Oh, good.
We got some viewer feedback.
Oh, good.
They like it when I read memes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Shut up now.
When Paige gets up, I get down. Scruffy, get back here.
You did. That's not, dude. It's a preview.
What are you talking about? Oh. Oops.
Let me direct this.
Alright, you direct it. I'll read it.
Alright, go. Action.
Scruffy, get back here. No, I must dance.
That was a fucked up one, no?
20 years later, and all of these things fit in your pocket.
That's cool. Who's that one from? With font abuse.
I don't know. Yes, font abuse.
They're losing points on font abuse.
2045. Britney Spears, Rihanna, Lady Gaga.
Truth, man. Where's my time machine now, bitches?
I got 99 problems, but a witch ain't one.
Oh, wow. Whoa, these are getting far out there.
Well, I thought that was music related.
Oh, it definitely is. It totally is. Are you kidding me? Not. I didn't mean far out and like off topic. I meant
no
like,
time to explain. Get in the golf cart.
Is that Mike?
Yeah, it's Mike.
Damn. Dude, do you remember Mike at Super Bowl? Do you remember when we gave him the couch tour badge?
Yeah, sure, of course, on the golf cart.
We've never showed that clip on the show. Maybe
we
someday.
may have re-aired it, didn't we? Maybe we didn't show it on the dose.
I don't know. I think our package, our DVD package should be Super Bowl because it's so robust.
No, I think it should just be like a bunch of just really good shit.
Just
there
clips.
Yeah.
Just dirty.
Just like everything
like
everyone wants to
style.
see, like Bottle Rocket, Freak, everything that everyone wants to see. Our top clips. Best of for Christmas Eve this year.
And we do a pre-order, and we only make as many as get pre-ordered. How heady would that be? We do autographed copies.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, sure. What do you think, kids? You want that?
They like the Tabor voice. We're having him do all of our voiceover work.
Well, now that we can use more than 2 mics, we got this audio mixer here.
Dude, I'm gonna take snapshots. He's got the mic. He's got the handheld. He's like all casual.
You want to know what rhymes with sloth? Anal.
Wow. If I ever had a sloth on my shoulder like that, talking in my ear, that's the last thing I want to hear for sure. For real.
Listen to... beside the tree.
Yes! Yes! This is what I hope for each week. And the ones I haven't seen that I love, those are the best of all. Thank you for whoever made this one. Thank you. That's great. Copyright infringing, but great.
Yeah. I went to a fish show once. They opened with Harpua.
Uh-oh. Jimmy, Zion's gonna get that cat. Good on the font. Love the font work.
This is our fans right at 9:00.
Waiting for the drop. Yeah. Shout out to Phil Jones.
And now moving on from This Week in Memes to funny things on Facebook. They're not memes, but they're still funny. And here we go.
I saw this. Is this a PTB into Pandora's box situation?
Yeah, maybe.
Did you pull this from Pandora?
I believe I pulled this from Pandora's box.
Pulled it straight from Pandora's box. We haven't talked about that whole scene in a while on the show. Huh?
A lesson in band management. Guitarist, drummer, guitarist.
Todd Eisler, dude. I hope that's not the case for you, bro.
Oh, poor drummers.
Drummers,
No
man.
one
But
likes the drummer. Justin. I'm your father.
What up? Bieber. A lot of Bieber.
Toast-face killer.
Wow. Wow, where'd that come from? Well, I gotta know where you found that.
I have no idea. Trevor
What?
Johnson.
Damn, dude. All right. There you go.
And for all you
We gotta make a cartoon.
turkey fans out there, what are you thankful for?
Vegetarians. Right on. Turkey. Tryptophan, please. Twinkies. Aw, dude. That's sad. Paul Barron Twinkies.
And yo, guys, when you're in MSG,
Yo.
this
Look out for us.
this holiday event, look out for if you need a cab to get around and you don't have much time.
Time.
Bum, 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 bum.
Time is of the essence. Look at that. Did you get Taper? Did you get the thing I sent you that one time of the DeLorean in that neighborhood?
I'm not sure. You should. Oops.
Yeah. Even when we're prepared, it seems like we're not. That was.
I forgot it was on auto.
That's okay. It's all good. So, don't mind those either. This is a very sophisticated program, ladies and gentlemen. Get at us, hashtag Show of Al. Also, you could call us at 347-SHOW of Al. And speaking of phone calls, I don't know. When I'm not calling in the Show of Al at 347-SHOW of Al, I like to call up Mike. And what Mike has to tell me sometimes twists my mind. It twists my mind. So let me get Mike. How can we do Mike? Can we do him proper? Should I put the headphones on? Can we do that? Little audio flower. Little sound flower taper.
Let's see, hold on.
Let's get tweaky. Guys, look.
Keep them going for a little while.
Yo, they told me to vibe with you, baby. Zon's gonna take a break for a second, but me, I'm gonna keep it rolling, keep it going. I just want to give a shout out to Silky, baby, and tell you the character development has come so far. Silky this past week hosted her own live stream, Thanksgiving Show of L special, hosted by Silky Baby from her home. I saw wall-to-wall wookery going on there. You know, straight up. Kids packed toe-to-toe, limb to limb. They were packed head to toe and brim to brim, Taper, all the way down the number line. Seriously. And she went down the number line, interviewing each one along the way. And you'll be happy to know that at some point someone said, "Is this Show of Life?" And then Silky says, no, but I keep it real. She kept going, I keep it real. It was great. Silky, you did me proud, girl. And not only do we have later in the show the whole Cincy Silky debut segment that I put together, that I edited. I'm not Taper. I'm just a Joe off the street. But I did some editing. I'm just a guy in a wig. But I put together what I had, archival footage from Cincy when Taper wasn't there. Sometimes, there are big shoes to fill, but you gotta fill the shoes, right, kid? So, in any case, I'm getting a little excited, but Silky, she kept it real.
First time trying to set up. It might work, it might not. Put the headphones on.
All right, guys and gals, guys and dolls, and bitches and... No, I'm just kidding. Don't be too derogatory in a joking manner.
I should set it up just in the small case that it's not...
Fuck it. The screw.
In the small event that that you can leave a message, you can leave a message. Just talk like you would regularly talk to your mic.
Okay, what should I say, though? That's the weird part.
Alright, so here we go.
Here we go, guys. We're testing out the real... Oh, shit, I hear it. Were we getting a call?
No, that's
the mic. Did they hear this?
Thanks for calling the H line. Yeah. I was going to say, I accidentally was going to use my credit card instead of my ATM card in the ATM machine. The ATM card is a debit card, I guess. Something like that. Anyway, but it was a new ATM machine right next to Joe Bratti, where I go all the time. And put in the credit card, and it's hard to figure out which slot to put it in because there were a few blinking lights for deposits, this and that, and finally it went in, and then I was like, oh, no, that was my credit card, so I pushed cancel, came out, and I fumbled. And it went in the second time. Well, it did not like that. Now, I've had that credit card for 29 years as one bank switched to the next, to the next. It's been a pain because every time we use the cards, I use the cards in the same city more than once on the same day. It freaks out and puts a block on it. A little bit of a fear factor. I just kept my card, and I called the bank, and I said, will you just fish it out for me? They had to put me on hold 3 times in that call, which is a half-hour call, for 5 minutes each on hold, each of the times on hold. And then they said, no, you can issue another card, but you can't have that card ever again. Just because I fumbled in that machine, that new machine. Can't have it ever again. And I had to listen to them say over and over again, most convenient bank in the world, TD Bank, over and over and over again, keeping me on hold for half an hour to say, because I had a little fumble in the machine, I couldn't keep my card ever again. Gone. And my wife has the same card. Hers. Gone. Gone, 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 gone. Most convenient bank in the world. Thanks for calling the most convenient bank in the world. This is the most convenient bank.
This mailbox is full and cannot accept additional messages.
You know what I was going to do, Taper? Sometimes I get starstruck. I was going to ask for a loan. I was going to put it out there, ask Mike for a loan to produce the show. It made so much sense to me. If he could just here, Taper, hear me out for just 1 second. Now, if Mike could carve out a little piece of the tour bus or maybe another vehicle, or we could ride with some other members of the band, some lowly workers, if we could go with them and then carve out a space for us, and then we could get the equipment that we need, the the Blackmagic studio, the television studio, the switcher, all these pieces, because he's a filmmaker. If we could get him to just realize the import of what we're doing,
I definitely.
That would have been great. I could have asked for a loan. He gave me the
I
open.
think it's a good idea.
Mike...
I've had a discussion with Mike, a filmmaking discussion.
You did?
Yes, I have.
Oh, shit. This is what I'm talking about. This is keeping it real. What was the discussion? And what was talked about?
I was doing like a piece on Burlington, and he was playing, his Honky Tonk Tuesday at the Radio Beam. I talked to him
for years
about the, doing the video, and I was looking for a hook. And since he lived there for so long, did he know, what a good idea was? He told me the story of, going on tour with Trey's dog, and how he always wanted to do tour from the perspective of a dog. So he said I should do Burlington from the perspective of a dog.
And you wound up doing that because
No,
I remember.
I didn't.
No, but on some lot somewhere.
Yeah, no.
Wait, Jones Beach. No, where?
It was Hampton. It was the reunion.
Hampton. All
yeah.
right, all right. I remember you told me that story once. Perspective of a Dog by Mike Gordon, done by Tabor 421. Mixing audio, mixing in, handheld mic. I mean, come on. This is Brokaw style. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you guys hear me good over there?
I want this, Tabor. I just want headphones, even wireless headphones, and I want effects. I want to be able to like compress.
You can
the
take
vocals.
those. Can you hear me? You can't hear me.
No, I can't hear you now,
You
but I
should
heard
take
Mike.
those headphones off.
Come on, they're a cool prop, aren't they? Can we get the Cincy segment? I'm so stoked for the Cincy segment. Is anyone in the Google Plus yet? We're going to pipe you in, kids. We're going to pipe you in with a twist entree twist jam. Shout out to Mr. Nick. Okay. Dude, Zion, dude, get your fleas off me, bro.
I'll come.
Oh, dude, no more fleas, bro. Last time, I'll just shampoo my carpets.
Alright.
Okay, are you guys ready? First time for me, 95. Do you know I went down to Philly in 1995 to see the Grateful Dead? And I never been the same since. I got shut out of the show. It was cool. There exists a culture, I think, among the youth that you could get shut out of a show and be okay with it, but there comes a time in one person's life where they decide that being shut out of a show is not an option, just like me last New Year's. And I'd just like to now give a thank you and shout out to the motherfucking Nuge, OG Show of Lifer, for real, keeping it real. Anyway, sometimes you enter into the dead zone, and that's where we're going now, deep into the dead zone. Now, turn your cell phones off, and your tray tables and seats into their upright position as we descend into the dead zone. And this week, we're entering the dead zone via Phil Lesh. On the heels of his run on the East, this 10-show run, this NJNY Menage-a-Ra, Menage-a-Trois, Menage-a-Raha, Raja. Just kidding. Namaste. Om. Anyway, starting off in NJ, Wake of the Flood, right? I covered the album in its entirety in Wellmont, New Jersey. Wake of the Flood, Phil Lesh, kept it real, but kept pushing on. I mean, Roseland 3 nights. I think some of the members of the NY Ragers were there, and we're still looking on the docket for the video report from the show, but we'll stay tuned for that. We know there's a lot that goes on in post. But 3 nights there, Roseland, a great venue. Back in 2000, I remember in the spring when Fish was there, and I wanted so bad. That was one show I got shut out of. Again, Philly, Dead, shut out, 95, man, rounding it out, spring of 95. I did make it in. I saw one Dead show, Tabor. I did get to see the Dead one time. I saw Phil Lesh with the Dead. The full ensemble. And here we are. What? However many years later. I want to say 20 years later, but 18 years later and change. All 3 nights. 3 nights at Roseland. All 3 nights. Stanley Jordan special guesting it up with Phil Lesh. Now, he's big on collabing. I mean, when he first came back, I think originally Phil Lesh and Friends, 98, came back around. I know a lot of my friends traveled from Burlington back out to the West Coast when that shit was going down, and I don't know, it was, you know, talk about like Grateful Dead, then like, you know, Jerry moves on to the next level. what now? What now? What now? So Phil Lesh and Friends, you know, comes out, and I think he's been keeping it real. I really do. Since way back then, my friends flying out from Burlington until now. This whole run, NJ into NY Roseland, Where to Next, Portchester, the Capitol Theater, all the hubbub. It's back. It's better than ever. I actually, in my research, watched a CBS News report on the Capitol Theater, and due to copyright issues and struggles, arm wrestling matches, debates, and general battles of wit with Taper, it boiled down to that we couldn't even show the clip from the this report from CBS News, straight news, you know. And if you've watched our Justin Bieber video, you watch me swoop in on News 12 and take over their crowd for the live reporting genre. Keeping it real, G. Right. So anyway, that was it. It was this 10 show run that was going down, and to me, like, the thing that sparked my interest in the whole Phil Lesh thing was that he's an actual fan of streaming and dreaming. Whoa, now. You're really confusing me, Taper. Okay. Some
randomly hit something.
Okay. The Taper randomly hit a button, and me personally, the tangent man that I am, I as really the intention, my personal intention with the show is to take you along on a journey as the viewer. So do I take you on my own personal journey, or do I bend to the will of all of the training and all of the people that are just muttering in the alcoves that we have to turn this into something that went from always go live, never do a rehearsal to this totally like powdered, like scripted, like thing. I debate. Anyway, I'm really tapping the brakes on these tangents. So in order to prevent one, we're not going to go there. Tabor hit a button. I saw something go down, and we're going to move on to more Phil Lesh and what he's been up to. But the whole thing that piqued my interest, like I was saying, he's known to webcast shows. He's a fan of streaming and dreaming. This has been documented. And just even the support from the fans of what he's doing with Taper Rob. Now, Taper 420 knows that when a Taper steps into the limelight as a streamer, it casts shadows that extend for miles beyond their original. You know what I'm saying? Like the shadows cast are larger than the object that's being shown upon. You know what I'm trying to say? So with Taper Rob stepping up, and this is a name that's been around a minute, you know, in the streamer circles. So don't get me wrong, but and you hear it once, it's one thing, but you hear it a few times, then I start to feel that it's real news and it's confirmed enough of a mention, and a big tip of the hat, a nod to Taper Rob for bringing those Phil shows, every single one, in their crispy entirety. Now, me as just a low-level streamer, a civilian streamer, a street streamer, they've been known to say, I'm not a Taper/streamer like Taper 420 or Taper Rob. So not only there's something to be said about not only doing it, you know, going in and streaming, like going in and dedicating, like Squirrel 95, gotta say, the boy goes in hard. He's been streaming, you know, he streams all sorts of things. His son's band camp, and, you know, Primus, Wu-Tang, Fish, Beach Burger battles. The boy brings it. But when we're talking fidelity, serious fidelity, the Taper fidelity, it's a whole added commitment. Not only the commitment of streaming, but then to bring it to you live and really good quality. That's a feat that Taper knows. So we just wanted to say shout out to Taper Rob with all these Phil shows. We were able to actually dump out of the weekly dose last week into one of Taper Rob's streams, and we had viewers going from the weekly dose into Taper Rob's stream. They were loving it. I don't know if you're aware of that, Taper, but worth a mention for sure. For sure. And I don't know. Taper Rob, thank you for keeping us informed, keeping the streams alive, and keeping it real as we circle around in our dead zone, our dead family. You know, the Dead family. What is the Dead family up to? What's Phil up to? We follow the thread of Phil as our researchers and our news team goes heavy in, goes hard, goes from our humble home here on the East Coast in New York City, home base, and branches out and travels all the way west and gets really the deal. Because, I mean, the Dead, obviously, it's a West Coast origination. You know, what's going on down there? And then we find ourselves at the Terrapin Crossroads. And this is more than just the crossroads of time, you know. This is the official opening of the Terrapin Crossroads in San Rafael, California, on the riverbanks. Now, imagine a place where you could go and you could look out and just, be right on the water and look out and feel like you're on your own couch at home. Now, that's the type of place that they've built here at the Terrapin Crossroads, and it's definitely worth mentioning because Phil's going to be there on November 29th on the heels of his East Coast jaunt. And it opened back in March to much fanfare, and with some more restoration going down, it's kind of a relaunch, and it's intimate. That's the thread. That's the deal with this. I think they increased the size of the venue, but it's not more than 400 people. It's like a 200 feet. I think the original plan was for 250 seat venue, and built it into a 400 person venue because just the capacity was needed for people that needed to be there. And that's how it is when you get the feedback from the kids at home. Like you guys, you tell us what's going down. You tell us on the memes, hey, we need more taper on the memes, on the meme vocals. But there's big plans over there. And just the fact that Phil's behind it brings it up on the radar. And they, not only what they have going now with the restaurant and bar, they're talking a whole outdoor open air amphitheater on the grounds, as they build out into the future. And, they the whole thing about the background story in our research was really interesting because it was just this whole inspiration to create a place where everything comes together. And when we were researching this, and I was keying into the story, I was like, wow, that's keeping it real. That's what Show of Life really tries to do. We strive to keep it real and merge the whole music and the culture together and blur the line between the fans of the music and the ones creating the music. And that not only is the actual notes of the music, but that's the music of life. That's the music in your head. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, keeping it real. But it's at this point, we need these gathering points, and the inspiration was definitely, and this has been documented, Levon Helms, these rambles, these midnight rambles. I think someone used to talk one time on the show. They were talking about these midnight rambles.
Sean used to live right next to Levon Helm, so he used to get like free passes to go see him all the time.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
When are we getting him on the show?
Remember,
Come on.
he didn't want to come on.
I know. That's why I bring that up. It's like, dude, those are the little tidbits that people really want to know about. So now he's blowing snow up in Vermont, getting ready for the New Year's run. My heart and my shout outs go out to Sean. Keeping it real, Green Crew love. Maggie, what up? Thank you for coming on the show. But again, Sean proving to me that he's definitely worth the interview that I seek with the boy. He's hanging out, but he's got more to say than it appears on the surface. But yeah, I mean, those midnight rambles were huge. They and not in a popular sense of the word, but just in their execution and intention. It's cooking, it's gathering together, it's all the pieces, the music, the community, the gathering, the experience, the food, and these are the things. That's why Silky Baby and her Thanksgiving special, I mean, that was I don't know, respect. It's more than words. It's more than words. As Extreme would say. Let's get Extreme on the show, man. No, but they start. When did they start? May 10th, I think. The original, after the whole Terrapin Crossroads thing was put together, they started it, and it was pretty interesting. The real, again, the tip of the hat, you know, the fuck your face, steal your face phenomenon we got. It's a thread. It's a common thread throughout time, throughout history, throughout the music culture, and that's a beautiful thing. And I really respect that, and I want to illustrate that for people, because when they came out, and the inaugural ramble they did, they performed the band in its entirety, covered the whole thing, did it right. Then they came back out for Working Man's Dead, Grateful Dead set. For the second set, and like that's just like respect all around, you know. And they basically dedicated the whole place at the Crossroads to Levon, you know. And I don't know if we not acknowledged that on the show last year. Hopefully we did. I don't know. We were still getting our act together. That might have been the Jolly episode, so I'm hoping he would have at least give a mention. But anyway, in the tradition of collabing and just the community vibe that's going down with this whole thing. I just wanted to give a nod to this Terrapin Crossroads, tell you guys about it. Terrapin All-Stars, rotating cast, again, similar theme, common thread to us. And just wanted to let you know that Phil Lesh and his friends will be there off the heels of this East Coast jaunt. They're going to be hanging out. And it's great. I mean, the collab session, we're talking John Medeski from Medeski Martin Wood, fucking Joey Russo from Benevento Russo Duo, homie. It's like a cool thing. I like seeing this. The elders and the new generations of people coming through musician-wise and working together. It's inspiring. Get at it. Get those tickets. I mean, that's an expensive ticket though, Taper. Those are going for like $150.
Oh yeah.
They have a VIP section too. Fucking $300. Ballin'. Baller. We don't think on that level because we're like literally scraping together. We don't know what's wrong with us because we really feel we have something here. So we have some. What we realized actually, we have a business advisor now because we're stepping up the show to a whole another level. And what we realized is we don't really have any products to sell. Most people have, you know, shirts or badges or something. We had those couch tour badges, but that wasn't even us. I'm just got to say, it was a fan that helped us put that together. So, but we're big boy muscles. We're getting on it. Just want to give respect to those that are, though. And the Terrapin Crossroads, place you check out. And all my ballers with $300 baller tickets. Have a good time. Keep it real. But in streaming and dreaming, too, the Dead is no stranger. They are no strangers to streaming and dreaming. We got Bob Weir up in the TRI studios. I remember when that first came out, Taper. I was like, oh, that totally... You know, that came up on my radar more for streaming than it did for the whole Dead connection, for sure. But they've been there. I've caught a few broadcasts through TRI Studios. They built this whole place. It's built for streaming and dreaming, literally. You know about it, right? You know? And they have a cool logo. It's this like lightning bolt in a radio station. Anyway. Mention here, gotta know about this. They're doing these Wednesday night call-in shows, which when I heard about that, I said, wait, that reminds me. Did they get the idea from the Weekly Dose late night call-in show? We're talking, he's calling it We're Here, like Bob Weir. We are here, gonna talk about the weather. That's what they're billing it as. And it's going on through December 5th. That came up on the radar. And, you know, they took questions. They took questions from Twitter, which is the thing we're trying to do, kids. It's Show of L. Hashtag Show of L. Late breaking news. You want us to get your own video clip? Put that clip up on YouTube, but tag it Twitter. Show of L. Hashtag Show of L. Get it up there. Get it on there. Do it. Keep it real. Send us your news. Send us your information. Your videos and your audios and your bands. We want to know. We want to report on your band for sure. For real. with what keeps it real. Shout out to Silky Baby and the whole baby crew. The Cincy crew, what you gonna do? And also, Bob Weir's putting together a Sandy relief effort concert. Obviously, it's not, there's no details yet on that. We're just reporting it as it comes out. And that is it. That is the news as we know it. That's all the details we got and that we collated for you kids at home. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope we stayed on track. Hope I didn't ramble on too long in my midnight rambles, my Wakeman rambles. The show's a shambles. We take those gambles because you got to go live, never do a rehearsal. I just had to get a little bit out of my system from my scripted patient. Yes, that's right. Scripted Nation constipation. Shout out. Next segment, though, coming up. We're dipping into it, and I don't see any way around it. It's gonna extend the show. This is gonna be show bloat. They warned me. The producers come to me. Mr. Clifton yells at me, leaves angry voicemail messages, but about these sorts of things. But I know in advance, I'm warning you guys. Tune out now. If you just wanted the bare bones minimum, tune out now because we're coming on to some serious show bloat as we enter into the fishy section, the fishy deep waters. The cell phones are ringing at 347. Show off. Oh, we're bringing you back in time though. We're gonna spark up. We're gonna spark up the flux, and we're gonna spark up some conversations. Taper, I don't know about you, but I'm a little parched. And before we get into this in-depth conversation, I might need to take a break, and I don't know how you're feeling, but I think maybe just to give people, and I actually wrote this, I said with the taste, with the smell of the racetrack in the air, with the smell of the racetrack and amusement park in the air, let's take a ride back to summertime. Let's take a ride back in the time machine, back to the show of L. This summer in Cincinnati, back to June 22nd, 2012. Summer Tour 2012. I think before we start up this whole guest panel discussion with our newly set up mixing board, audio, everything. I wish I could show you guys, but before we start that up, I think we should get people in the frame of mind, bring them back there so they could see the sunshine. They could see the vibes coming through, and they could see the debut of Silky Baby, who will be on this special guest call. So I think we should cue up the clip, get, powder our behinds. No, just kidding. No, refill our glasses, re-ice our cups, and watch a little bit of the show of L. That's hashtag show of L. I think we should. So, Taper, let me cue this up. I want to bring you guys Silky Baby. First edition. Collated from phone footage. But it's still good. Ready?
Yo, kids, what's up? Jason Wigman here. I'm here with Katie. Well, Lady Katie's about to pop this up. Start this show up. For the TNT show of life. Watch your eyeballs. Watch your eyeballs at home. Popping bottles. Show of life. Kids, we're gonna go rock a lot.
Special Segway class. I see him rolling with head turns. I see that guy on a motherfucking Segway. He's riding
There's a Segway here.
So will you play a little bit of your drums for us, buddy?
Sure. Let me play what style? Fast
What amp do you fucking want, brother? This is Andrew, guys. Andrew, where are you from?
I'm from Calgary.
Okay, we're
Canada.
Canada. Camp Canada in the house. This is a good Camp Canada shout out for Megan Solano and Sarah and all our fucking homies from Canada. We love you. Okay, what are you trying to see tonight? What song is your number one that you would like to see tonight?
I'm actually not going into the show tonight.
Oh.
I haven't been there. I know I don't have a ticket, so
Okay,
I'm hoping to
well,
go
you
in.
know, if someone miracled you a ticket, you would go.
I would go, of course.
Or are you gonna try to stay? Come here, girl.
Come here.
This is
All of you, in the patchwork. All of you, come over here.
This is a mirror of myself, actually. This is Katie Timberlake. Actually, we were separated at birth.
No, you were separated in the intergalactic continent.
The tiny hat. Her card.
To get out of the Everglades, baby. You think this is bad? They don't even have paved roads. So anyway, I heard there was a good stream tonight.
I think we're holding it together, holding our shit together now. A couple rooks. I don't know.
Hey, wooks or rooks?
Wooks, yeah. Rookie Wooks. That's us. RookieWooks.com. You can't do anything about 3G, kids. If it doesn't come in, it doesn't come in.
Yeah, sorry, kids. We're doing our best, the best show we can.
Someone is nabbing a new.
Oh,
my.
LED
God.
Trad is.
Oh my God.
Her?
God, I don't know, but those things make me sick. They're like, look at my dreadlock hair, and there's like $1 million worth of lights up on the stage. You're like, do you want to look at Kuroda's lights, or do I look at these fucking dreadlocks? I just don't know.
Good point. I know that the viewers at home like where you're coming from, Silky
Okay,
baby.
$100 million of lights up here. Kuroda, Dick Duck. Do you want to look? Oh, you know the people that put the little gloves on their hands and they have that,
come on.
They're like, let me blow you up. Let me blow you up. Let me do that shit right here.
Yeah, in your face.
And you're like,
But what
no.
about Kuroda?
You're like, oh wait, Kuroda's not in China. They were not made in China for $5. They were like $1 million worth of lights. Would you like to stop doing this and look at that? Because I would love to do that.
Oh, hey, Mom. Oh, sorry, Mom. I gotta call you back, Ma. I'm doing a live show. Thanks, bye. Love you. All right. I hope your house is okay. Thank you. Sorry. All right, guys, gals, dolls, people, what up? This is my favorite. I dreamed of this day. I did. For real. I hope you like Silky Baby because she's coming back around tonight. We're doing a live guest panel. Let's see how this works. Hook me up to the machine taper.
So we're gonna.
Here we go.
Can you hear anything?
No.
You don't hear anything.
No. I hear nothing. Nothing. Here's a oh no, I do. I hear now. Mac volume. Blip 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 blip. Mac volume.
Okay, tell
Mac
me to talk.
play me. Hello. Hello.
Do you hear
Echo
him?
boy. Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Okay. Hello.
If he works for you now, I'll turn him on for everybody.
Cincinnati, Riverbend. Guys, we're just working out the kinks live on the air. First audio
And
test.
The Google Hangout should be open right now.
Google Hangout open. Go.
It's working.
Love it.
You hear him?
I hear it. I hear
Now,
cackling.
does he hear you good?
Do you hear me good? Do you hear me good? They turn your radio
No,
down.
turn your
They're
radio
listening
down
to the
and
show.
no,
I love
you have to
it.
listen
You
to
guys
the
are crazy.
Turn the show
You need to
down.
listen to the Google
Explain
chat.
them what to do.
Guys, listen. Don't listen to the show. There's going to be a delay. Listen to me. I'm talking to you now, but what you're seeing is me later. That's what this thing's all about. Look, just tune in to the Google Plus Google Hangout. Let's do it. Cincy 2012 Summer Tour 2012.
So we got Silky in the room now too.
Shout out to Silky Baby. Hi, Silky.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Silky, I wanted to tell you this. A lot of the footage, I was really bummed, and it's a testament to show why we really need the whole team with us at all times, because a lot of the footage I got from my phone was janky, the audio was bad. The one clip of you, my favorite experience was when I taught Silky how to open a beer with a lighter, and it really was an empowering thing, but I couldn't get the clip because it was all screwy, so that's the best
Oh
I
yeah,
could
they
do.
keep telling that guy, like, don't try to open it for me. You're trying to teach me how to fish, not like, catch fish and feed them to me.
Exactly. As soon
That Newcastle was at least 100 degrees hot too, but I still drank it because it was awesome.
You did. She was holding onto it, and her energy was causing the liquids in the bottle to be at the boiling point, or close to it. But it was funny, guys. What happened was I was about to show her how to open, because she never knew how to open the bottle of beer with the lighter. And just as I was about to show her live on the air, after talking about it for an extended period of time, some guy came along and was like, "Hey, let me open that for you on the." He was like, "Let me snap this on the bumper and open this for you, honey." And we were like, "Whoa! We're shooting a segment here on how to show her how to open it herself." The show is funny. So talk to me. Are you there? Antelope J, are you there?
I am here, sir.
You're there. I know you got a lot to say about tonight, about tonight's show.
Hey, guy.
Hey, guy. Who else is in the house? I need to know. Anybody?
I just sent Ritter a link.
Okay, good. And viewers at home, I gotta say, and everyone participating, thank you, and I love that you bear with us as I literally sprung this on Taper. I set this call up this morning. I sprung it on Taper maybe 45 minutes before we went live. I said, by the way, we need to patch in a whole multiple audio Google Hangout.
Tell them you said that, and then, 10 minutes later after I'm freaking out, you say, "Oh, audio only."
Oh, yeah, audio only.
And
I thought that was the hurdle.
Oh, audio only? That's a little easier. Oh,
yeah. We got a new person on the line. Oh, turn your radio down.
Barry Ritter.
Buried alive. First met Barry in Portsmouth. Buried alive. Turn your radio down. I love this. I hope you guys hear this feedback. No, I love it. Just so they figure
turn this down?
Yes.
Probably a good idea.
Wait, I can hear it.
It's not live.
Turn your radio
Not
down.
live. Turn your radio down. This is great.
I'm taking them out of the live mix.
I can't hear anything though.
You can't hear.
Tell them to keep
No, you turn the show, you mute the show live, Barry,
Oh,
and then you
I'm in
come
the
back to the
computer.
hangout.
wait, what are you talking about?
You don't turn your radio off, you just mute the show of live, and then you come back to the hangout.
I love it too. I hear other people's.
It's going to sink in a second.
It'll sink in as you watch. Sorry, folks at home that are patient. We need to imbibe all of the members of this panel.
Oh, there's Pete.
What's up?
Costa Pete.
Yeah.
All right.
It's video.
There, now I see.
Pete.
All right.
Okay,
Hey, guys.
Pete in the house.
What up, kids?
What up?
Here, bud. We're in the future now for sure. I see people on chairs drinking beers and hoodies
That's right.
crossing the nation. It's an inspiration. It's dreaming and dreaming.
Yeah, what's going on in Minnesota?
Yo, Yoda be up in
Keep
Coastie.
it purple.
Oh, you guys that live where it's cold have beards.
Yeah, Movember, I'm trying to do my part. Nobody's bid on me, though. I'm kind of feeling ashamed and sad.
Dude, that's hot. I love it.
I'll help you out.
How is it going?
Nice. Nice. Where's your stash?
So here we find ourselves in the show of L at the Riverbend Music Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. Right?
I actually filmed part of that show. Do you remember, Jason?
What's that? You filmed?
Yeah, do you remember I filmed part of that show in Cincinnati? Do you remember? The camera guy wasn't there yet?
I know, of
So
course.
I followed you guys around.
He
I
taped
was
the show live for us.
yes. I was commenting on Taper as we were going through the footage and chopping it up. I was like, because you were there, you could.
Everything that I did was probably the crappy stuff.
No. I used your stuff on the video for Silky that we just watched.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I remember the bigger problem. The bigger problem, I believe, was at some point, Super Cameraman's thumb hit the mute button for about a good 15-20 minutes. And so there's video only on a lot of that shit, especially when we ran into the mob of wigettes with the neon blue wig and shit. I believe that all that shit was muted.
Could be.
No, there was a lot of muting. A lot of it. That's why with the beer opening segment with Silky, it's all good though because we were all there. I tell people the show is also not what you watch, but also what you experience. So you know, it's as good as it gets. I had a good time. How about you guys?
Oh man, I had a great time. But just following you guys around was so much fun. Oh my god. Hey, you're on camera.
Live to the world. That's right. Watch out. Watch what you say. Watch what you do.
Hey,
you're right back here. See, there you go.
Hey, Marco Escondoles.
You're right there.
Nice, Marco.
Turn your fucking camera right now.
Michael.
Shout out to the audio.
Gordo.
Mix. Thank you, Taker.
Fuck you.
This is a religious experience. I can't even hear you. I'm listening to the headphones.
Oh my god.
Is Jody mad? She didn't know she was on.
Yeah, Jody's had like 3 wines and she's mad.
I could hear you in the room.
Barry and I were too busy doing the show of life, and we totally forgot before Cincy that we didn't have tickets. So then it's like the show's getting ready to start, and we're like, oh my god, we were supposed to be looking for tickets. This sucks. And like the show had already started, and we were still like scrambling the lot, pretty much sure we were going to get shut out of it. And then that couple saved us.
Right.
They were under phase 2, weren't they? They were
like 25.
Yeah, that was awesome. We missed like.
Remember we had the pass thing?
Oh, and then we tried to use our laminate, saying that we were like part of what was it, like VIP or what was that, like a pass?
Yeah, it was a pass that somebody that we know got, and I copied it with Photoshop and we made a laminate out of it. Should I be talking about this?
Yeah, I thought it was funny, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm down here, and they're like, this is fake, and then I just like dipped out of it really fast and just ran onto the lawn.
Right.
I was like,
yes.
Yeah, Presto pulled the VIP sound check stream.
Well, yeah, that was sad day, man. I missed a lot of the happenings in the lot because I think I used that magic pass to actually skip into the show at about 3:30.
I think
so.
That was one of the first live stream.
I got in on one of the Portsmouth shows with it.
Yeah, you didn't even buy a ticket.
Okay, yeah. So wait, you're telling me you were shut out, and when they opened with the Wolfman's brother, you're telling me that you guys were scrambling still.
Because I had for the first night, but like I like to work for head count, so I like to look for head count. So I worked for head count. I signed people up to vote the first night in Portsmouth, so I got it for free with that, even though I had the laminate. But the second night, I got in with the laminate. So here we are in Cincinnati, and I'm telling Leslie, listen, sell your ticket. There's no reason for you to need it. I got a laminate for you. I made one for you this morning in the hotel. Just sell your ticket. Take my word for it. It's going to work. So me and Leslie go up, and she gets turned down, like, immediately. So, like, I never even showed mine. So now she's mad at me. So I'm like, okay, let's just go out in the lot and get tickets. So she sold her lawn ticket for $25. And so we went out, we got lawn tickets for $25, and we got in. We missed like half the first line.
But so you saw
right?
the peaches.
What's that?
Did you see the peaches?
Yes, we were totally in there for that. That's like right when we got in.
Okay. We missed like a half of one song or something, didn't we?
Yeah, we only missed like the opener, I guess. Because I remember Peaches.
Wait
a second. I already had my shoes off on that AstroTurf by then.
Yeah, Leslie took her Leslie was hot. She took her pants off for the first set. She was dancing in her underwear.
That was the second set.
And what color was her underwear, Barry? What color was her underwear? I was just wondering.
They were purple.
All right.
I made a mistake of wearing cords, like corduroys, to.
Oh yeah, maybe your pants were purple.
And it was so freaking hot, and I looked at Barry, and I was like, "Can I just take my pants off?" Since like I was just in the middle of some SOP people, and he's like, "Just do it," and I'm like, "Okay," and I just took them off, and it was awesome. So I was like, "Pants off, dance off for real."
For real, that's keeping it real. So, and that is like the opposite of what Princess Presto was experiencing, being in there for so long. You guys were coming in there late. Princess Presto was in there early on, like AstroTurf, bringing it live to the kids at home, and set up in the streaming section, which I eventually wound up running into. What was your experience like?
Oh, look at that. It's Philip Van Dixon.
Hey!
What's up?
Hey, Philip.
How's it going, world?
Hey.
Live. Talking Cincinnati.
Talking
Done.
Cincinnati. How'd you get in? What was your favorite track? You know, what'd you think of the fuck ups? That shit was tripping me up when all those fuck ups were happening in the first set. You know, I don't even know. Presto, what do you got?
I'm loving it. I remember the fluff head, man, walking out real fluffy, feeling fluffy the whole day, fluffy head.
Remember the silky cigarettes you found after the show, dude?
Yeah, I look at tobacco and I'm like, ooh, evil, like negative, bad,
Yeah.
don't touch. And you look at me and you're like, that's a whole pack of cigarettes on the ground. Like, I'm snatching it.
He was about to chuck it. He goes like this. He goes, actually, can I really just do a dramatization? Would you guys mind? Because I could actually recreate it. Hold on. Dick suck!
You gotta put one in your mouth, unlit, and start talking like you're from London. That's when you started going, seriously, baby.
Silky baby.
I actually have
That's a
in
great
my
one.
possession.
I think you had it spot on there. Shilky baby.
All right, he did have it real good. I think Antelope, oops, the wrong side. Antelope really embodied my silky baby. Hey, silky baby.
So is this chat like taking over the whole show of life?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
I remember there was one.
I lost volume.
Yeah, we got
Are
no
we
volume
good?
on you.
No
Look,
volume, SOL. Jesus.
SOL, help us. Can you hear me? Taper's gone. He left the room.
Jesus, there's no volume.
These are the
hear you
exact. These are.
It's Taper. That's who we got to talk to.
Good.
Yeah, Taper. Taper.
Taper,
Taper.
what's going on?
Taper dipped out for a smoke and the audio went down.
I don't know what to do about that, man. It's a technical difficulty your man can resolve, bro. But I can say this. It's time to be
I remember a bunch of
balling,
others
baby.
got towed after the show. That was a bummer.
What happened?
I don't remember that. We're out of that, out of the lawn across the street.
Parker's car got towed. I remember
Parker
that shit.
Thermometer.
Katie.
No, like on the side. Yeah, Parker Thermometer's car got towed. I remember that was drama.
Yeah, that
Newest
sucks.
admin. Definitely. That was the one
It was
thing.
admin, I know, right? He got a little emotional when that happened.
Bummer. Katie's car got towed.
Yeah, but everything got worked out, right? Everything worked out okay, right?
Yeah, he got it back really late at night, but had to take a few buses. It happened to like 20 people, I guess.
Oh,
It was all parked on that one road, right?
Yeah, they were parked in front of like that big open field that was fenced off.
Okay.
I remember after that.
That might have been us, man. We pulled in really late to that lot. That lot was really small. It wasn't a too sweet of a situation right there. But Burning Sage pulled a move and had a snake right into the middle, and we got a sweet spot right there.
Oh, that was you guys? I remember that happening.
That was us. That was her, though. She got the spot. She was a warrior and scoped it out for us.
Yeah,
She's
she
like,
is a
"Cool,
freaking parking lot warrior, man. She is awesome
They
like
said
that.
they lost volume, I think, on the show.
That was killer.
On the show?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, the ridge line and the default VIP stuff.
Program. We got program? Clifton.
Fully VIP. Jetty Vetty.
Yeah, we just like went we parked
Corner
on the purple bus, and then yeah, she got somebody else in there too. I remember. I guess it was you guys.
Yep, that was us. Yeah, the fact that you could park that bus in the lot, that's that lot was so small, man.
It was
So
tiny, man.
small. It
The
was like a
Six
little
bus is
corner
awesome.
lot.
Yeah,
They're
that's-
great people.
You got a picture. You got a.
Everyone
You
to
know, the
party
people
with.
at home that weren't there got a picture.
Hey, was that the venue where you could go to the amusement park before if you had a ticket? Or
Very
am I
nice
thinking
like
of
that,
somewhere else?
That was somewhere else.
No, they had water slides across the street. They had a bunch of shit going on across the street, like a whole water park and a whole rides park.
And a
I don't know if you
racetrack.
could use the ticket, but it looked dang.
There are any lakes like that in New York.
They had a
Oh,
racetrack.
is that what it is? Is that the venue where if you have a
Darien.
fish ticket and they close down the whole park for you and then like you go?
Yeah, that was Darien Lake.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was that because I saw that fun shit across the street.
Right. Yep.
So we had to just like haul balls from one. Oh wait, where did we come from? The hotel.
This is the exact pack.
Be right back.
from Cincy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back to
All right. Now on to the real review. What do we got? Taper, let's do this.
We can hear each other, but we can't hear you.
They can't hear me.
Huh. Let me see.
Okay, now we understand. Look, the Peaches, whenever I hear of Peaches, especially early on, like that MSG
I love the
show.
look. He's got the Super Bowl visor on there. It's classy.
Super Bowl. Dude, anytime they play Peaches, it's
we
like...
could talk fish all fucking night long. This is so fun.
Dude, that was a good show. I've known Cincy equals Danky since like 03 was definitely Danky. That show is epic for me, man. Seeing Winter 03.
So when Weston caught on fire, we had to carry your ass down the stairs.
Dude, that was Bizarro Pete. That wasn't even like the regular guy you see here on camera. That was like some strange Bizarro version of who I am.
That's
It
what
was fun.
started Cincy equals
Yo.
Danky for sure.
Yeah.
No, but you remember when we all walked in though? It was Wigman, you and myself and Erica, and we couldn't find what we were looking for, and I ran into that one dude, and boom, that started the whole night.
Yeah, I remember that for sure.
Everything went numb.
We met that one dude, and after that, everything was just beautiful.
Come on.
It was so much fun.
Dude, shit went numb, bro.
I remember as we walked in, right before the show started, Wigman looks at me and he's like, dude, I'm numb. My tongue is numb. I was like, yeah, buddy.
I don't know what it's talking
It's going to
about.
be awesome.
Yeah, no, crazy time. Because when they were messing up those songs, like what did they play? Poor Heart and then MoMA Dance. Remember that?
Oh, that was good.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Because
That-
like Fishman screwed up the drum beginning part or something.
Poor Heart moment.
Yeah, and then Trey was like, let's just play something that starts with the drums so Fishman won't fuck up.
Right.
And then they played Llama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To me, that was crazy. Because remember, you saw me, especially Antelope. You saw me. Remember, I couldn't find a seat, and they kept harassing me. And I was in that moat, like waiting for people to start dancing, and like I was like, there was like 4 of us, and it was weird.
Yeah. You and I kept going back and forth and side to side. Where they kick us out, we'd go back this side. They kick us out, we'd go back to this side. And then finally I had enough, and I went and kicked it with Phil, Katie, and Erica.
I should have went there too. I had a rough show.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was awesome.
I thought Wigman got up in there for a little bit too in that row.
Yeah,
Maybe
during
not.
set break, remember?
That was fun. That's actually the only show from the summer that. Yeah. That's the only show that I haven't reheard from the summer. My code didn't work.
Oh, I can get you that show.
So pissed.
I'll send you the link like later on.
I would love that.
Oh, we'll put up some
Yeah.
audience leaks up on the site.
Awesome.
What were the highlights for you? I mean, that Shaggy Dog, quote unquote, bust out. You know. Well, what did you guys? What were you feeling?
Definitely. So,
Fluff head on
Saw
court.
it again.
Feeling it.
Well, it was one the whole
yeah, that
time,
fluff head
but
was
all so
crazy.
long, so just to
Saw
get
it again.
out of the way was sweet.
14-minute twist was good.
Was it that long?
There was a lot of songs of that show that I'd never seen before.
Like what? Haley's? Have you seen that?
Shout out.
Did they do Shine a Light in that show? I'm trying to pull up the sex. I don't remember.
They did
Kinda
Light
like-
Up or Leave Me
They did
Alone.
Light Up or Leave Me Alone.
Yeah.
I've seen that. There's a few songs first set that I've never seen. Like Shaggy Dog wasn't the only one.
Oh, dude, I hadn't seen that since '95. What up?
They haven't played it since 95. I think I was looking, it's like 10, 20,
29.
28, 99.
10, 29, 95. Last show I was at that one. What?
Yeah. That's tough.
That person who
That's
guessed that won my contest for that longest played.
That's a long time right there.
No, chill. Yeah, no. Most of the times I did research. Most of the times they played that song was in the '80s and early '90s, a little bit. Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
Okay, just saw the set list. Out of all those songs, the number one song, almost in my summer, seeing all of Fish was the Rogué they played that night, man. It was like one of my all-time top 3 of the whole summer, all those songs that I saw. That Rogué was just super good. I really liked where they took it, man. It was really super beautiful for sure.
Dude, the whole second set for me was just this ascending, like total ascension. So I could see, I mean, that in the listing. I mean, then it just kept going all the way to the Fluffhead. That was like ridiculous for the encore. Ridiculous. And Buffalo Bill had been in my head in the first set. Had been in my head for some time. No?
That's the only time I've ever seen that is Buffalo Bill. Yep. Yeah, there was a few songs that show that it's the first I've ever seen it. You gotta remember, man, like I've only seen like 25 or 30 Fish shows my entire life, you know? I mean, I've seen a ton of Dead shows, but I haven't really seen
we should have had you on for the Dead Zone segment because I needed help, man.
Yeah.
I need to round out my Dead knowledge.
Yeah, I can teach you about the Dead. I don't really talk about the Dead that much. Like the past is the past, man. Like I hate like reminiscing about it. I don't know, like if ever I'm with a younger person and like some other younger person wants to talk to me about the Dead, I'm usually like, you two get together, like you guys talk about the Dead. Like,
right?
Like, I don't really talk about it that much. Like it's the past, man. It's over. Like I don't want to talk about it like anymore.
What do you think?
I don't talk about it that much. I really don't.
What do you think about though, like the now like other incarnations like Phil Lesh and Friends or other things carrying the torch?
I like Phil better than I like anything that they've done. Further pisses me off. I like a lot of things that Phil's done. I really like what Phil's doing right now. I've heard a few shows this tour. I wouldn't travel to, say, Colorado to see it, ever. I would travel to Colorado to see Fish. I would not travel to Colorado to see the Dead or any incarnation of it. But I like Phil and Friends better than anything else that's going on. I also like Dark Star Orchestra a lot. Like, Further doesn't really do it for me, to be honest.
Okay, well, no, that's good to have that report. That's good to have that perspective for sure.
Well, it's just my opinion. I mean, my opinion doesn't really mean anything. There's a million of my friends from the days of old that just love every single thing that they're putting out. I mean, I'm not really like the person. Like my opinion would be in the minority, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, here's a question though: how come it's okay for for Fish people to like the Dead or talk about the Dead, but it's not okay for these Deadheads and this to admit to liking Fish? Well, what's going on there?
Because they got their heads up their ass. Is the only thing I can tell you. Yeah.
There's a lot of
anger. I'm always trying to get my old Deadhead friends into Fish, and this is what they think. They think Barry's going through a midlife crisis, and he's willing to settle for an inferior band because he has so hard to like relive what we did in the old days. Is what they think. That's exactly what they think, and like they don't get it that like I think Fish is like an overall better band than I think the Grateful Dead was, and I've seen some really good Grateful Dead shows. I mean, I like Fish more than I've ever liked the Grateful Dead, and I've seen a ton of Grateful Dead shows. But what they think is totally all wrong.
When was your first Dead show, Barry?
Rochester Scream 82.
82.
Yeah. But by the way, I've never heard a better Satisfaction ever. Like, have you ever listened to Rochester Spring of 82? It's like the best Satisfaction.
Nice. That's good. And how many shows? I mean, we're talking 25 Fish. How many Dead all in all at the end of the day?
Like around between Garcia and Weir and the Dead, like around the 250 area.
250. Who's snacking over there?
Twizzlers.
Who's snacking on Twizzlers and Sour Patch Kids?
Sponsored by Twizzlers, kids. If you haven't had them, come and get them right here. Sweet and sour Twizzlers.
You're killing me with the crunchy Twizzlers. Well, remember the Jolly J episode when I was like Mr. Snack Man or whatever over there? I love it. Now we can do it virtually. So what do you guys think? What are we thinking here? I wish Party Cactus was here. But, the summer was so much fun. I just gotta say, I love all you guys, each and every one of you guys.
So much fun.
Oh my god.
Can't wait
Just
to
keep
do it
getting
again next year.
better and better and better.
Hey, remember in Denver the tequila weed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
That's
best.
a great drink. I want
That was the
to
best thing we
market
did.
that.
And we were all down there at
That was great.
We were down there at the hot tub late night. It was all of us. And then security even came down and saw us and didn't even kick us out. And everything we were doing, and they didn't care. It was all about the tequila. We were just passing the shit off.
Remember that dog? Remember that dog that wouldn't go in the pool, and then they got it in the pool, and then that other like muscular dude went in there in the pool with the dog. He got it. Another episode, I guess.
I mean, yeah. Denver episode there.
We have
this episode. We did the late night Hody action, man. After a little bit of traffic coming out of that place, we did the through the median U-turn, which should not be advised post-show, kids. But hey, we went anyways.
Oh, yeah, we went hard. We went so hard.
That was the scariest thing I've ever done. You were in front, and Erica was like, "Don't go." I was like, "I'm following him no matter what he does." She's like, "Don't do it, don't do it." I was like, "I hope he doesn't do it. Please don't do it, man." And then you bust that fucking U-turn, and I was, oh my god, fucking in the interstate where you're not supposed to do. Yeah.
I can't believe you busted that Yui, man. I was totally warning him against it, but we were facing hours of traffic of total like paving construction.
Yep. You and Erica both were saying don't do it. And
Yeah.
as soon as Pete did it, I knew I was going if you went. I knew I was doing it. I just didn't want to. But then you found
right.
the hotel. And then
Roll the dice on tour sometimes, kids. Roll the dice.
Yeah, roll the dice. If it wasn't for Princess Presto over there, I would have not even been in Cincy because it was that fateful moment at the bus station when it was just like, remember? You remember Antelope? We were standing there. Erica was there. Oh, when it was just like.
Erica and I were in my truck. We see you get out. And you got back, no, you never got out. We saw you guys stop, and you never got out, and you were talking for like 10 minutes. And next thing I know, you like put your arms in the air. And you're like, I'm coming back.
That's when you're on tour. That's when you're just on tour. You stay on, man. You keep going to more shows. You know?
That's a great look, Taper. I love that patch look. Arr. Ooh, and the stash for the win.
What are you doing over there, Tabor?
They can't see it.
Coming up on the late night call-in show. I didn't want to do it, but Taper's insisting on the late night call-in show. Tell us what you're thankful for this week on the Weekly Dose late night call-in show. What do you got? What about New Year's? What are we gonna do about this hotel room? Should we? Is it gonna be too tight? What are we gonna do?
No.
The tighter, the better.
Puddle cuddles, kids. Puddle cuddle.
Cuddle into cuddle.
I can definitely agree with the title.
We're gonna be setting my hammock up on the ceiling.
Yeah, no, seriously. Is there gonna be enough room?
No, not
Yes,
at the New Yorker.
Plenty of room.
Twin beds.
It'll be like
and
inside
just
of
enough
Mary
room to
Poppins'
walk.
suitcase.
Are we really gonna do this? Is it worth it?
I'll be in Denver.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no luck.
I've called a lot of other places, man. There's like smaller rooms for maybe $200-300 less at the max if we get something like that. But
Smaller
Manhattan
than
is
the New Yorker? That's ridiculous.
no, actually, New Yorker's 325 square feet, and the Stanford's 300 square feet. So booyah shaka!
What do you think our studio is, square feet?
Our studio.
Usable area.
Right? What possible usable area right
No,
now?
Right now.
I would say it is square footage wise. I'd say it's about 200, 250 square
That's
feet.
not bad.
No.
Wigman, it sounds like you're saying that we're all gonna sleep or something.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a early morning, like 3:30, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock till noon kind of crash period there. You know, kind of like that area of revival.
It's gonna be.
I'm good with that.
I made up for Cincy at the Silent in the Morning party, AJ.
Silent in the morning.
I watched the sunrise instead of passing out and spilling beer on my friends.
Well, you gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them.
Really, for real. I'm keep it real, Natalie.
Keep it real. The only tough part is about Cincy was the drive the next day to Pittsburgh.
Right.
Yeah.
We hammered it out though.
Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh was where Hurry Up and Party came from, right?
No, that was Cincy.
That was Cincy.
That was in the hotel room. Pete went to McDonald's.
No.
And then he was like, he said something like, "Oh, I don't want tour to end, so we gotta hurry up and party, hurry up and party, hurry up and party."
Yeah, it's when the sun starts cracking through the window. You want to hurry up and party. You know
That's right. Hurry up and party. New Year's Eve, we're going to hurry up and party. I wanted to thank you guys for coming on the show. I think this is good, right? Guest panel, I think it's a good thing. Taper broke in this audio gear. I think this was worth it. What do you guys think?
It's good. We need to figure out how to share the screen, though.
Oh, the video?
We do. We need $1,000.
Like with you on it, but with us too.
Right. We understand this is it's a $1,000 hurdle, $995 for the special component that will allow us to switch, which will allow us to incorporate the visual video feed of your Google Chat. But until we get that,
You hear that, kid? Donate to the cause.
Don't donate to the cause, but give us tips. We accept tips and buy
Tips.
advertise.
Tips.
We're gonna run ads for the New Year's run, and we're gonna have Silky help us on that campaign. She's been a great help to the show. Silky, we're gonna talk tomorrow in our tomorrow meeting about that, and we need swag and gear.
They said put the
It's-
second
I'm gonna-
camera on the video screen. Explain to them that we realize we can't do 2 cameras with the frame rate that we want.
All right, even though you could hear Taper, I want you to know that we realize that we can't do 2 cameras with the frame rate that we want. The CPU is too taxed on the computer, therefore the frames drop, and it looks like an 8-bit Nintendo game. Sorry, we got to go one camera 1080p all day until we get 86, the Shrimp Casino, the Clams Casino. Just kidding. All right, so that's that. So yeah, we need to get you guys up on video, obviously, but I mean, this was a big hurdle, audio-ly.
Big win. Love it.
Yeah,
big
this
win.
is-
Big
this
win
is a
for
big-
Taper back
this is
there
a
doing
big
it.
thing. Right, there's a big step for us.
Pretty cool.
And
This is awesome. Seeing all of my faces of my favorite people, I love it.
We were,
and they're having a video chat, and they can see me. It's just the viewers at home can't see me.
right, it's just the viewers, and I can't see you guys, but I love you all. I know what you're looking like. I can hear your beautiful voices. Yeah. All right.
We love you. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, we got to do
thanks
this
again.
more. I think
Yeah,
each
thanks.
time
No
we
life
need to
rules.
What? 2 live rules?
Show of life. I don't know. My
Oh.
internet connection is like the worst up here.
Right on. Well,
That's
dude, I
because
can hear you
it's
good.
such an awesome place.
You're not really breaking up, Phil. You look okay. It's fine. It's not really like freezing or anything.
Hey, man, what I wouldn't give to be in Netherlands, man. I like it up there, man. Drank some pitchers of beer
Yeah.
up there. We need rollout credits, Taper. How are we going to bring this out?
Recognize this?
What?
What you got there?
Pete, I just want to say thank you for the announcing. The stuff you did on the Beach Burger battle, I didn't notice the first time around, but when I was editing, it was so great. You had the golf announcer voice. You're like, yo kids, summer tour 2012, Beach Burger battle. Like, it's so good. So thank you.
Yes.
We need more
Thank
commentary.
you, Mr. Jesus.
And thank you
All right, you guys,
for the common threads.
I'm gonna take off, but like it was really fun and thanks.
Good
All
to
right.
see you,
Yeah, buddy.
Barry.
Yeah,
NYU.
like a couple weeks or whatever.
Cool.
That's
well,
right.
yes.
SOP room. Party time.
I'll catch all you guys soon.
All right.
All right, baby.
Bye, Barry.
Peace.
See you
Bye,
guys.
Barry.
Peace.
Suck my dick.
All right, easy. We're gonna get censored. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're signing out. Taper's giving me the high sign. Thank you guys. I think that was great. I think we did a good job. Good on the audio, and I'm looking forward to the New Yorker. Let's pack it in. Let's cram it in, right? Just cram.
Pack it in and hurry up and party with my Twizzlers.
Yeah, kids, that's right.
Get your Twizzler on. Favorite Twiz and a Twizzler.
Twizzler on. Get your
some
Twiz.
Echo, Taper. Get your Twiz.
Get your Twiz up.
Should I bring?
2012.
Are you going? Are you going back home first, Pete? Are you going back home or what?
Bringing all your backpack full of stuff and your beaker head and your pins and your patches, all the stuff, man.
Cool, man. In my sleeping bag. That's what I need to sleep.
That's right.
For a
And your
few hours.
sleeping bag and the mattress.
Do you have the other hair?
Yes. That's for when we go back in time. All right, Taper's giving me the high sign once again. But guys, let's go out. Could we go out on the international orange audio? Yes, all right. We got audio on the way out. I think that's a big improvement over last week, among others. Guys, we'll see you next time on The Dose.